But of course, there is still a lot of truth in the saying in Buddhism that when people say, I shouldn't be attached, of course, there's a reason why they say that. And the reason is because they understand at a certain level that attachments lead to suffering. Yeah? And this, of course, is an important understanding. Yeah? This is something, again, which is a very important and basic teaching of Buddhism. And we can see why that is, why attachments always must lead to suffering here. And the reason is, if we hold on to things in the world, whatever it is, whether it's our own bodies or material things or whatever it is, all of these things are, according to the Buddha's teaching, subject to change. They're going to be altered, they're going to disappear, and if they don't disappear, they're going to take a different form from what they have now. And of course, if you are attached to something, and that thing changes, or it even disappears altogether, what happens? You suffer, because the thing that you're holding on to changes. And this is pretty obvious. I think we can see that in our lives, everybody. It's quite obvious that this is what's happening if we have attachments. And that is a very important starting point, because once you understand that, your reaction is not, I shouldn't be attached. Your reaction rather is, how can I move to get rid of these attachments, or at least reduce them, so that the suffering is less when impermanence comes around and tears these things away from us, which eventually it must do. So to understand what's happening here, first of all, one of the basic things is to understand how attachments arise. What is the mechanism, the psychological mechanism, through which attachments come into being? And as with so many things in Buddhism, it starts off with the fact that as human beings we have feelings. And these feelings can usually be divided into two aspects, and that is pleasant feelings and unpleasant feelings. And pretty much all our experience can be subdivided into those two things.